right, guys, today we're gonna channel my inner strong girl with the world's strongest man, Mitch Hooper.
So today we're gonna take T through all of the basic strongman movements. Now, the finishing with the most recognizable, coveted event in strongman. We're gonna get T doing some Atlas stones, hopefully something around body weight, but we'll see how we go. We're gonna kick over. We're gonna start with a variation of deadlifts that you probably haven't done before, but is a really, really common event for us. So let's kick over and give that a crack.
I'm ready.
We're gonna use strongman size bar, meaning
special bar, a strong bar.
Use this guy.
Oh, we are using a strong bar that's quite large.
No, empty. I'll just let you give it a hold, see how it feels. Empty, this guy's 32 kilos, just under 70 pounds. Obviously a normal barbell at 45.
You don't wrist wraps on this, eh?
You do.
That's thick. Look at my little hands.
It does come into play a lot. Get your hand around it as best you can. And like that opening, if your hand is open a little bit, you're just,
no bueno.
It's so hard. So we strap when we deadlift, but we don't when we overhead press it. Your grip would suffer. And that's why it's so hard to be good at everything in strongman. Because your hands have to be the right size. You can't be too tall, can't be too short, can't be too fat, can't be too skinny.
If you're small hands, short, and just me, I don't think it's a strongman build.
Put it this way, anyone at Worlds who's competed under 5'6" ever.
Yeah, maybe I'll be the first.
We don't touch the bar empty, and we don't do anything less than 45. Exercise number one, set number one, it's gotta be 45s on the side.
But this is so, but what if
We can make some exceptions. I'm telling you, that's our normal rule.
I'm a small strongman.
Today, that's you.
Strong woman.
What's your weight again?
I'm a hefty 120 right now.
Hell yeah. There's a women's category under 64 kilos.
Really? Are they short?
They're short. Yeah, of course they're short.
So I could compete in this.
You could. We regulate the number of inches off the ground, but for you, once we get plates on that, it's gonna be well above your knee. It should be really easy.
So it's almost like a rack pull for me.
100%. Now, important training principle. This is genuinely how I would start my workouts. There's no extra early stuff.
Yeah.
Because if I'm doing this exercise, my best on this is 510 kilos. The number of plates and carrying back and forth
is a warm-up itself.
That's right. When it gets really heavy, we're normally used to straps coming out of the thumb, right?
Yeah.
And you just strap in like that, good to go, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's way better, and it's harder to get strapped in this way, but this way will never move ever.
Really?
If you go like this, and you go one loop around that way, and then you go back around that way, that is the most secure you'll ever have. In fact, if you lift heavy that way, you'll have a hard time like getting it off with no weight. It locks it right in. Let's talk about difference between rack pull and standard deadlift. Getting it off of the pads, the first inch is really challenging. It always will be.
Okay.
But then it'll just tend to just pop right up after it does come off. This is once it gets heavy. You wanna have a little bit more of an upright position than a normal deadlift. So normally, deadlifting, my torso might be somewhere around here. Here, we're gonna be like this. The goal is always to get the back side of the shoulder in line with the bar.
Okay.
Right? So you'll see when you did this, you stood up and your thigh was out here and then it came back to you.
Yeah.
Right? That's because you were over the bar, you were covering it too far. You'll notice when we deadlift, we don't deadlift like this.
Yeah.
We deadlift like this.
Hanging.
Yeah, so it takes off another inch or so.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh, that's
Yeah. And see, you only lift like 6 inches. You're so used to holding like a really good, nice, upright posture, yeah?
Yeah.
But when you deadlift, if you've got, stand tall, if you've got this really straight and yours is actually like a bit extended, think about how far down you have to get to the bar if you're here. So I want you to think about rolling shoulders forward, almost like you're rounding this slightly. So if you're rounding this, it's gonna prevent any excessive rounding down here. So next time, I want you to think that with shoulder blades, you're actually rolled forward and pulling the bar into you.
Oh, that's
so you know, if you were to do like a lat pull over, like with a rope.
Yes.
When you get tired, you're like here, right? Because lats start on your low back and insert on the front of your humerus, meaning that actually contracts the lats. And then at the end of the movement, it's very easy to then just pull the shoulders back. There's no momentum to act against. When I go to deadlift, thoracic extension and rounding, that's independent from low back rounding. So you want low back to be fairly neutral, upper back to be rounded, shoulders to be forward. bracing, really, really important, because that's how you translate power from your lower body to your upper body.
Okay.
And if you don't have a good solid brace, then this is just gonna give out, injury risk, of course. Yeah?
Okay.
We either breathe with our diaphragm, or we breathe with our chest.
Okay.
Intercostal muscles or diaphragm.
Okay.
If we breathe with our intercostal muscles, everything rises up. If we breathe with our diaphragm, your stomach pushes out. So we wanna breathe with our diaphragm and think like everything is expanding. So we wanna make you look as fat as possible. Yeah?
I can do that.
Yeah, little prego too. They're slightly different sizes, but it's more about the spirit.
It's okay, by next off season, I'll be able to share the same equipment as Mitch. I don't know about easier on that.
You tried to bounce it. Well, it just got away from you.
Okay,
So
okay.
like, still control it. Up, breathe, down, let the momentum stop, hold your breath, and then up. Just half a second at the bottom.
Okay, there's a lot of coordination that goes on
Okay.
with strongman that I don't have. That's okay, that's okay.
Okay, now we're gonna go overhead pressing. Essentially, we gotta take the axle from there to overhead in any manner that you choose.
Any manner.
It doesn't matter. Strongman as a principle is just take this to here, however you manage to do it. Now,
Interesting, okay.
there becomes a fairly standard way that's recognized as the easiest.
Yeah.
And in this, it's taking it, sitting it on your stomach, popping it to your shoulders, and then extending it overhead.
Okay.
So when you do that, having lifters is the best shout, because it's gonna give you a bit of a heel, and that heel allows you to get more range of motion in your ankle, and that means that I can now dip longer without tilting forward. Because that's the whole goal. As soon as you tilt forward,
You're lost.
throw it that way.
Yeah. I think I'll be sticking to calisthenics and bodybuilding. I don't think the strongman world's for me quite yet.
Up to point one, flip around here, push overhead. Yeah, and then the rules are slightly different if you're a smaller person. I would normally have the soft belts on, you just had, I would have my hard belts on, but we have a very, very firm rule.
Yeah.
You can't put the bar on the belt. For the girls in like under 64 weight class,
We can put it on the belt.
can put it on the belt because it's functionally impossible for you to be able to rest.
The rest of here.
But for today, we're gonna do something slightly different.
The anticipation.
I brought you a strongman belly.
We're gonna stuff my shirt.
I reckon.
Is that good? You want to do?
No, that looks like plenty. I overestimated.
This is sick. This is so nice.
Beautiful. Now let's talk about this a bit because you got really small hands, right?
And I actually have a really small pinky. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh wow! I'm so proud of you for how far you've come despite that disability.
Thank you. I really overcome a lot.
Yeah. I hope you don't get too much judgment from people on there. Weird looks at the grocery store and stuff. Since you can't like fully grab the axle bar, there's gonna be a weight capacity by which you can't just pick it up anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So we gotta go over under, and then what you gotta do is get it up, swap,
Oh,
and catch. So there's two
coordination.
ways to do it, is you pull it up, and then you swap, and then you go.
Yeah.
That's for people who have a really big shelf.
Perfect.
Today you do, but we're gonna pretend that you don't. So over under, important, straight arms. You're doing the work with your body, you're not rowing it.
Yeah.
Because then we're talking bicep, pull it up, swap over and catch, flip, and press it out. And then really fast with that underhand. No, you forgot about your stomach. You went all the way to your shoulders.
Oh, right.
Just catching it here.
I have this. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I really want one of these.
Hell yeah.
I want this.
This bar, we gotta rest on your shoulders.
Oh,
So
okay.
my mobility won't let me until I'm at mid 300s.
Got you.
But you can do this
But I
easy.
can just like rest it here.
Yeah, so rest it here, and then when you push, it's all your legs.
Okay.
So like the reason that, and I'm sure people watching who don't know me are thinking like, you're the world's strongest man, like how? Because
Yeah.
you see bodybuilders, it's like, they're so built up. 95% of the work that we do in our sport is like between here and here. So anytime we can shift weight to our quads and hips,
Always.
If you can rest it here, then you can drive, and that's now your legs.
So this
and
will
then
actually
catch.
rest like this.
Yeah.
Like from my belly to here.
Exactly. I started working with an Olympic coach.
Yeah.
And so now I split jerk the axle rather than push press it. I want you to move at a comfortable pace, something, don't overextend yourself.
Okay.
But to get a reasonable idea of what a proper event would look like, we're gonna go 2 minutes, which is our normal time frame.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go clean and press, clean and press.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Pace yourself.
Strongman reminds me of a little bit like CrossFit, but like on a much bigger, heavier,
Yes.
more unique scale.
100%. So
Yeah.
we get lumped in with powerlifters, and powerlifters just squat, bench, deadlift, and they have no aerobic component at all.
Yeah.
Where we need agility and aerobic fitness, like a really high anaerobic base for sure. 2 minutes, it's gotta go to your fake belly every time, and let's go. 2 minutes.
Sorry, great.
It happens. It happens.
Is that right?
No, rest it on the belly. Yeah, there you go.
Use the belly.
There you go.
Okay, so that's one.
Okay, 15 seconds down.
Can I switch it like that?
That's actually really cool. I like that. Atta girl. Yeah. I like how low your belly's staying. It's so good.
I know, my belly's very low right now.
Coming up in a minute. Nice. You're giving birth. 25 seconds. And good there.
Okay.
Good. Beautiful, well done.
Birthed
Love that.
during my axle thing.
In terms of fundamental movement patterns and standard competition, we've got heavy deadlift done. We've got overhead press for reps done, super common. We're gonna head over and now we're gonna do a moving event. So we're gonna test out the grip. You're gonna be at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah.
For many reasons, but we're gonna go over, we're gonna do a variation of a farmer's walk. Goal is to have it down in your palm and the back of your hand has to be aligned with your forearm. You wanna be like that. So I feel the weight in here. So you're curled around a little bit and from here, and then we'll just go short for now.
Okay.
Now with any moving event, big challenge, you are sort of like creeping along. I want you to think about Newton's law, every force has an equal and opposite reaction, right?
Okay.
When you're walking, if you're gentle, think about the inertia that's gonna pull you to the side. Where if you adopt like more of a stomp, you're like breaking that momentum.
Yeah.
So you're gonna stay much more stable. So think more about
Like stomping kind of?
aggressive. And then when you're putting it down, don't slow it down and drop.
Just drop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in that slowing down process, also risk of injury.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm swinging.
Oh yeah.
Is that okay?
That's really good.
Okay.
Okay, let's go grab some chalk. We'll go a little bit heavier, nothing crazy. But now you can feel, right? Like,
Yeah.
the challenge is like, it's such a cumbersome thing.
It is. This moves a lot.
So this is 140 right now. At the Arnold, the most recent show that I won, it was 12 meters up a ramp.
I saw that.
900 pounds and
Each corner?
total, yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, total 900 pounds. And I was 7.1 seconds, won that event.
You boogied that.
Narrowly missed the world record, but yeah. Speed, a whole nother component of strongman that people wouldn't think about. There is a correct amount of chalk when you're doing this, and the correct amount is more, always.
More is better.
Always more. When you grab, you don't just want to like hold like this. You want to be able to lock that with
so you
your
wanna,
thumb
like,
a little bit
the
as well.
inside?
We want to get chalked inside here, but then we want to get to the point where say you're grabbing my finger,
Yeah.
we want your thumb to lock in those.
Ah.
Right, so now we're also
Gonna
going to
chalk your
chalk.
knuckles.
If we're at an event, you're warming up, you're like really warm and ready to go, then we want just one line around. So if a bead of sweat came about,
It was for the chalk.
something to try to stop that.
Wow. Here we go.
Can you do 160 faster than I can do?
And
900?
this is flat, not even uphill.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Okay, athlete ready, go. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Yeah.
Does that count?
That's really good.
Okay.
That's perfect. Does that count? We've got carry, overhead, hinging, then we've got stones that we have to do. Okay, we're gonna go try a fairly unique implement, 50-50 on whether you're gonna do it, but we're halfway through the workout, and in the strongman world, that means what's the most important part of the workout. I gotta show you that over here. So this event, we'll have a whole bunch of these lined up in a row, and our job is to flip it from one side over to the other. How you do that is you're here, flip that up, extend your arm all the way, and we walk that through, up and over.
Just like that.
How
heavy is it?
Empty at the end in the hands is 165 pounds. You will not be able to get it from here to here.
I'm about to say, I won't be able to.
I will help you with that bit.
Comp weight is 700?
Yeah.
You have to, 700?
The comp weight is 700 of the whole thing.
Ah, okay, but still.
So this is 160 in the hands, empty.
Yeah.
700 is comp weight, so 350 would be in the hands there, doing that guy. It's not as hard as you would imagine. I will help you up to here, and we'll see if you can just hold it like that. Got it? Okay. Can you hold that?
I'll try. I can't walk forward though.
Why? If you were to try,
But to take one hand off is crazy.
it's literally on my shoulder.
Okay.
Take. Yeah.
So strong.
Push. Push. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. Smashed it.
That was about 10%, 90%.
Last challenge, we've got the Atlas Stones staple strongman event. The stone is 350 pounds. Can you lift it?
Absolutely not.
So this guy is about 75 pounds. Our next smallest is 170. When it's in your lap, you wanna sit low and then almost like hug it as best you can, okay? And then it's a hug and a front squat.
Oh, what squat? I heard fart squat.
Definitely don't fart. It happens.
I was like, is that supposed to like be like a cue?
When you pick it up, your goal is to drive your forearms into your stone, not your hands. Yeah, action always happens one joint away from where you feel pressure. If you feel pressure in your hands, force is going through the elbow.
Okay.
If you feel pressure in the forearms, force is going through the shoulder, way safer. We're gonna get down here, you're gonna put your forearms into the stone, squeeze hard into your lap.
My lap.
Then we're squatting down, you're gonna hug it as best you can, stand up, you're gonna be facing this way, and into the hole. Now, we want you to start like there. We don't wanna be like this, because then it's so much load on the hamstrings, you literally wanna like fold yourself over.
And then into my lap?
Okay, and yeah, and now give it a big hug.
Like
Good.
that?
Squeeze it in and squat it all the way up on the platform. Throw it up there. Yeah, hell yeah.
Throw it up there as I get stuck.
So that's a really, really common problem for girls like under 64 category is
Yeah.
like, you're literally here, you get stuck.
Yoink. Wow, that was way better.
So much better.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm proud of myself on that
Who's
one.
watching?
Anyone else watching? Because that was really good. So this way?
Good, yep, and as far over as you can get it. Hell yeah. Oh, that's so good. That's so strong. Well done. Really well done. Final step,
That one?
finish on a
Okay.
win. I said we weren't gonna do it, but we maybe.
Okay, we're
will
gonna
do it.
try. We're gonna try it.
Now on this one, you'll probably get hung up a little bit because like you just can't get all the way up there. When you do, push yourself against here.
Yeah.
Pin the stone solid, go underneath,
And then push.
pushing it up because it's just gonna be balancing on the edge.
Okay.
Right? If you do the exact same thing, it's just gonna be sitting there on your chest on there. Stabilize it, patient, boom, and get it up.
Okay.
I'd be very impressed if you got it up there. Good. Now don't be hesitant. Explode. Get it right up. In one motion. Not recommended, but I love it.
We just sent it anyway.
Absolutely smashed it. Well, that's good. That is like a standard strongman comp. We got our deadlift, overhead press, carries, fingers, stones. That would be a really standard thing for us to do. If I was doing an event day for training, this type of stuff is exactly what I would do to try to prepare for a competition.
So I'm ready. I should just go compete, is what you're saying.
You're ready. You're ready.
I'm ready.
Under 64, we gotta get you eating a little bit more.
So maybe like 20, 30. Expect me there.
20, 30, little T, world's strongest woman, under 64 kilos,
Gee.
coached by Mitchell Hooper. You heard it here first.